So I've been contemplating this literally for a year or two. I got my hands on a red new Nintendo 3DS XL for $174.99. Then I picked up Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon from Best Buy, and I have a Gamers Club Unlocked membership at Best Buy. So the grand total for everything that you see on the screen here was $203.11. So let's get the trusty cutter out and get the 3DS open. Now actually I might actually not need my cutter for this video, because I might be able to get in here without it. So let's open this thing up here. Interestingly enough, that there is no seal on this box. Now, one thing I forgot is that the new 3DS doesn't include a charging cable, and I don't have one. This is my first DS, or actually I did have a DS way back in the day, the original DS, but I no longer have it. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can even use it tonight before I go back and buy a cord. But this is the box here, pretty simple. You get a representation of the 3DS on the cover. On the back, the next dimension in entertainment. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I am a 3D buff. I love 3D. I'm one of the few people. I'm that one guy who likes 3D, apparently. But let's see, what do we have here? We have documentation. I really don't know what AR cards are, but there's a little explanation in there for what they are. Oh, these cards are required to play the built-in application AR games. So I'll check into that in a minute, but you got the documentation there. And here we go, the 3DS XL. Ah, very nice. I love that color. Very cool looking. So, I don't know if there's something on top here, or if that's the cover itself. It doesn't appear that there's anything on it. That's it. So you have you can see the reflection there of the camera there. You have it's so shiny. I'm late to the party on the 3DS here. So you might own one yourself. You might know this a little bit more than I do, but the cover is a very glossy plastic, and it sort of has a hash. I don't know if you can see it there because of all the reflections and whatnot, but it has somewhat of a hash pattern on there. It's very attractive. I like red. It's not a fire engine red. It's more of a muted red. On the back of the console here, you have an R button, an L button, and then a ZR button and a ZL button here. You have your AC adapter port here. You have what looks like an area where you can put a lanyard in, and then you have, it looks like, an IR emitter area there where you might be able to communicate with other 3DSs. I don't know exactly. I'm new to the game here. You might be able to inform me a little bit more than I can inform you on this one. Down here it looks like you have some rubberized feet. Then you have some regular feet, little plastic feet here, so there's 6 feet on the bottom. Then you have 2 screws here. It says new Nintendo 3DS on the bottom. Everything's a glossy plastic except the back here. And let's see, what do we have on the front of the 3DS here? You have the cartridge slot there. You have a headphone jack, I imagine. This is the stylus here. And then we have a power button, and then we have a Wi-Fi and charging light, which is in here, I would imagine. Of course, you have your 3D cameras on the back of the lid. And let's open this thing up. Oh, there's a nice little snap to it when you open it up. Kind of snaps closed and snaps open. Everything is that nice maroon, dark red color. You have stereo speakers here. You have a front-facing camera here. Then you have some more little rubberized areas here. and that's to make sure that there's no scratching on it when this is closed. On the bottom here, you have one of the thumbsticks here. The other thumbstick is over here. It's more of like a nub. And then you have your A, B, X, and Y buttons, and you have a start and a select button. You have your D-pad over here, and I think the bottom screen is the touch screen and the top screen is the 3D screen. Of course, you have your 3D slider over here. I'm a huge fan of 3D, so I will be using that. That's one of the reasons I actually got this. I'm really surprised that there haven't been any other glasses-free 3D devices that have hit mass market consumer grade. Obviously, some companies have tried, and I think Toshiba was going to make a TV that was glasses-free 3D, but they never came to market with it. Now, you have a home button down here, you have a mic here, and then you have those lights over here. You have the power light, then you have the charging light, and then you have the Wi-Fi light there. So that is the new 3DS XL minus the charger, unfortunately. Now we might as well open up Luigi's Mansion. I played the original on the GameCube way back in the day. I remember buying it from, I think it was an EB Games at the time. And they wanted to sell me a used copy for only $5 off of the brand new price. And I said, no, give me the new one. And I played through it, and I actually really liked the game back then. As is the same today, I don't really keep games. I wish I really would have kept my original Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube, but I didn't. And that game is not hugely expensive, but it's pretty pricey still these days for a GameCube game. Of course, GameCube games can be fairly expensive. So this is the first ever 3DS game that I've ever opened up. Again, I'm late to the party here, but there we go. That tiny little card. We've got some a manual here, which really doesn't look like much of a manual. Wonder if anybody reads those. Of course, that's probably why they got rid of manuals. But I like the way these little cases look. Again, you have that hash kind of design there, and that's to save on plastic, to make these lighter and not use as much plastic. But here's the card. And that's interesting. I had no clue that a 3DS card had a little notch at the end like that. That's actually pretty cool. There's the game cartridge. So, the moment of truth. Will this turn on? Will my 3DS, my brand new 3DS, turn on? Well, we'll find out. Alright, look at that. The light is on. And look at that. New Nintendo 3DS. Very cool. So I can actually play some of this tonight. The volume's cranked all the way up. Select a language. Well, let's see how we do this. Oh, from down here. That wasn't that smart of me. So English is the language I'm using. Okay. 3D screen check. Check that the 3D depth slider to the right of the upper screen is all the way up, then tap next. It's all the way up, and I'm going to tap next. Oh, that's the home button. Got to get used to this touch screen here. 3D screen check. View the screen straight on. Position the screen 14 inches away. Hold your system as shown above in the illustration, and then tap next. So I'm going to have to pull my 3DS away from the camera here and actually do this. So I just realized that this thing has two settings, one like that, and then one out like that, and then actually 3 settings. Wow, look at that. Discovery on camera there. So you can have it flat, you can have it like that, or you can have it like that. Again, I'm new to the party. You guys probably already know this. So it says the upper screen can display 3D images, or images in 3D. Tap the button below to see. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Very cool. I can even see that from the side. So it looks like I have about half battery on this, which is cool, I guess. At least I have something tonight to mess around with. And it took me through a setup process, and I set everything up and signed up, put my name in there and the date and time, and got my Wi-Fi connected and everything like that. So that is my brand new Nintendo 3DS, and I'm kind of psyched. I'm happy to have it, and I want to play Luigi's Mansion. And tomorrow I'll have to get that AC adapter. So it's actually 2 days later, and the reason for that is because the AC adapter for the Nintendo, or the new Nintendo 3DS, was kind of a hard commodity to come by. It was sold out in a lot of places, and you could get a generic one, but I thought I really wanted the official one, so I got this one here. I picked it up today, and that is around $15. And then I picked up this, which is a travel case for the new Nintendo 3DS. I like to keep my things nice, and being a portable, chances are it can get scratched up if you don't put it in something nice. Just by putting it down on the table can kind of give you scratches on it and whatnot. So I picked both of these things up from Best Buy, and it cost me $26.57. So almost free, considering the discount I did get on the DS itself. So first, let's open this thing up here, and let's see if it's easily opened here. It is a travel case that will not only enable you to put your 3DS in there, but also some games. So it has a hard shell to it, not too hard. It's semi-soft, as you can see as it bends in there, but good enough to protect the unit itself. You have the Nintendo 3DS branding on the cover here. It's sort of a I don't know, it's some sort of spandex kind of material here. Not neoprene, but what you would get on the outside of neoprene, which is some sort of synthetic material. You have this gray zipper all around it, and the back side, pretty much nothing there except a little cat hair there. So let's open this thing up. And there we go. So we have a little pocket here where you can put 3 DS games, or 3DS games. 3 3DS games. You have the Nintendo badge here, and this is actually a licensed product. It's made by Insignia, which is the Best Buy house brand. And the inside is not too padded, but it is that similar fabric from the outside. So it should keep everything nice and scratch-free. And then, of course, the AC adapter here. Strange that they don't include this when you buy it. But I guess it's a way for them to make another $15 off of you. Of course, if you already have an adapter, you don't have to worry about it. So let's open this thing up. I had to go to several Best Buys to get this, because everything was sold out. Of course, it's around the holiday season, so maybe that's the reason for it. But I don't know why I'm showing you this cord. It's just a cord, and then you have the actual North American plug that kind of folds in there nicely. Did a great job with that, and that's that proprietary connector there. So here we go, the nice shiny new Nintendo 3DS. And that goes in here, like so. Strap it down there. Fits in there nicely, nice and snug, and then of course the games can slip in here, and then you can zip it up to protect it. Now for the long overdue charging. Get this thing charged up so I can play some Luigi's Mansion. But that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And as always, if you want to help out my channel, you can give me a thumbs up, you can share this video on your favorite social media, you could leave me a tip on my YouTube page, or you could actually join my Patreon, all of which is greatly appreciated. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.